Hello, and in today's Gospel reading, Jesus talks to some people who follow him around after the feeding of the 5,000. He knows that these people are only looking for another miracle, another magic trick, but actually he wants them to look for something different. And in verse 35, our reading ends with, Then Jesus declared, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty. What they're actually looking for isn't a magic trick, it's faith in their Saviour. And that's what Jesus wants them to find. And in Ephesians, we talk about spiritual maturity, the same growing up that Jesus is wanting these people to do. So we're going to think about Jesus being the bread of life today by making a sandwich to put on our Jesus is cube. So Rich, would you like to read step 1?
Step 1. Draw and cut out sandwich fillings. Very good.
Okay,
I'm not sure what these sandwich fillings are.
This is going to be my sandwich, and I might just start off actually by folding it in half the way that I'd like it, although you can choose to fold yours in half.
Posh M&S sandwich, right?
So I have got some bits here from my craft pack that I'm going to use. So I've got some cheese. I want my cheese to be a bit fancy, so I'm going to make it look a bit like Swiss cheese, I think.
Ah, that's what the yellow stuff is. Cheese.
It's cheese, because my favourite thing to have in a sandwich is cheese. So here we go.
Making the cheese.
Here's my holy cheese. Now, when I'm having cheese in my sandwich, I also like to have some salad. So the next thing I'm going to make is some salad. So I'm going to use this red strip to make some tomatoes. So I'm just going to, now obviously I'm doing this really quickly, but you could draw yours first and be a bit more careful. And you could use paper from your craft kit, or you could use white paper and draw your favourite fillings, or you could use pictures from a magazine you've got at home or something like that. It's up to you.
Or you could just write tomatoes and cheese on all your pieces of paper.
You could also do that. That's the sort of thing my husband would do. Okay, so now I'm going to make some cucumber, because I really like cucumber in my cheese sandwiches.
I think that one's supposed to be cucumber, but you know,
So here we go. So here's my cucumber, and I'm going to make it look a bit more cucumbery by just adding a bit of green edging like this.
It's a word you don't hear every day, is it? Cucumbery.
You know me.
Okay.
Here we go. So there's one bit of cucumber paper, and then I will do the other one.
It's starting to make me feel hungry watching all this food.
I'm sure we can find some food to eat soon. Here we go. So that's that, and then finally I'm going to make some lettuce.
All right, lettuce. Here we go.
So I'm just
Fold it
cut
in
this
half again.
and then I'm just going to just literally do some little bumpy lines for my lettuce. Okay, so that is step 1 done. Step 2. Here we go.
Using double-sided tape or glue, stick your fillings in your salad sandwich and stick your sandwich on the cube. Write bread of life. Write bread of life on the bread.
Yes. So here we go. So
It could be brown.
you could. This is the piece of paper I put in your craft kit to make a sandwich. But again, if you've got something else that you would like to use instead of the paper I've given you, then you can. And you might want to colour your paper or cut it a different way than I've cut it. It's up to you.
Yeah, you could probably try stale bread for this, but I'm not sure.
I wouldn't really want to stick actual bread on my cube. It might look a bit mouldy in a couple of weeks' time.
I don't know if it'd stick very well.
No, I'm not sure the double-sided tape works on real bread. Right, so here we go. So here's some cheese in my cheese sandwich.
Pour in the cheese.
In fact, that cheese, yeah, no, all right, I'll have that there. I know what I'm doing now. I was thinking it's sticking out too far, but it's not really. Right, so
More sticky stuff.
more sticky stuff.
The hardest bit is peeling the sticky tape, I think, from experience.
I'm kind of getting there. I find this one not too bad, but remember you can always fold the corner over and then stick it onto what you're sticking, and then it's easier. There you
To be
go.
fair, you've probably done one of these crafts before.
I might have done something like this before, yes. So the next thing I'm going to do is put my lettuce in.
Okay, putting the lettuce in.
So I'm going to put a piece of tape on the back of my lettuce. Now obviously I'm doing mine really quickly for the video, but you can spend a bit more time doing yours. Carry on making your sandwich during the sermon if you would like to. Right now,
There's a disclaimer on that one, I think.
where I've done this, I've got a sticky out bit of lettuce here, so I'm just going to trim that.
It's a bit like real life though. You often get a sticky out bit of lettuce.
You do in some of my sandwiches. Right, so there's that. And then cucumber next. To be fair, my sandwiches are not the neatest sandwiches that you've ever seen. Right. Here we go. Now obviously these are the sandwich fillings I've chosen, but you can choose whatever sandwich fillings that you would like for your pretend sandwich.
You could just use Marmite. All you got to do is colour it in slight brown colour, and then jobs are good.
You could just do that. That would be a really quick craft. Right, and then finally my tomatoes. There you go. So this is the piece of tape that chose not to behave this time. Right, now I'm just trying to make sure that it sticks up just enough. Yep, I think that's going to be fine. And then in a minute I'm going to put some tape onto the sandwich to close it. Here we go. Now,
Whatever you do, don't eat this though, just in case.
Probably best that you don't actually eat this. There you go. So now I can stick my sandwich shut. My obviously pretend sandwich that I will not eat. Rich, you're quite right. There we go. Might just trim that little bit of excess cucumber off at the top.
It's a bit of cheese sticking out as well.
Oh, that's all right. I want the cheese to stick out.
Oh,
Now,
okay, right.
I'm just going to draw a little bit of bread crust on my bread.
Yeah, don't forget to eat crusts, but not these crusts.
But not these crusts, that's right. And then I'm going to write the bread of life, because Jesus is the bread of life. And we're learning about that at church today. So this is to remind us on our Jesus is cube that Jesus is the bread of life. And if we let him into our lives, then everything that we ever really need, we'll make sure we have. Here we go.